don't know how many of you guys will be able to relate, but a problem that I think I have is I feel like my mind only allows myself one productive thing a day. Like that's kind of like doctor's orders, the daily dose for me. And so, unfortunately, or fortunately, however you see it, I did something productive this morning. So, therefore, that box is kind of checked for the rest of the day. So yeah, it was like pulling teeth for me to get myself to do this, but we need to because we did it last week and we're doing it again, hopefully, 5 days of devotionals. But today is going to be, guys, get ready, the last one in Hosea. I know. You could be sad, you could be happy, who knows. But me personally, I actually enjoy doing this because now when I think of the book of Hosea, so many more thoughts come to mind than before. I think I had like an overview of what it was, but I'm able to like pinpoint actual lessons from the book of Hosea. Crazy. So this was good for me, if not for you guys too. But okay, yes. Last chapter of Hosea is chapter 14, and I don't have a specific verse that I wanted to point out. Basically, just the whole chapter stood out to me. It's a very sweet, perfect ending to the book, and it talks about Israel's repentance and restoration. So I guess I could just, it's only 9 verses, so yeah, I'm just going to read the whole thing. O Israel, return to the Lord your God, for you have stumbled because of your iniquity. Take words with you and return to the Lord. Say to him, take away all iniquity, receive us graciously, for we will offer the sacrifices of our lips. Assyria shall not save us. We will not ride on horses, nor will we say any more to the work of our hands, you are our gods. For in you the fatherless finds mercy. I will heal their backsliding. I will love them freely, for my anger has turned away from him. I will be like the dew to Israel. He shall grow like the lily and lengthen his roots like Lebanon. His branches shall spread, his beauty shall be like an olive tree, and his fragrance like Lebanon. Those who dwell under his shadow shall return. They shall be revived like grain and grow like a vine. Their scent shall be like the wine of Lebanon. Ephraim shall say, what have I to do any more with idols? I have heard and observed him. I am like a green cypress tree. Your fruit is found in me. Who is wise? Let him understand these things. Who is prudent? Let him know them. For the ways of the Lord are right. The righteous walk in them, but transgressors stumble in them. Okay, lots of good things, but I'm going to try to just point out a few things quickly that I liked about this chapter. First, that thing that stood out to me was it said, verse 2 says, take words with you and return to the Lord. And then it says that we will offer the sacrifices of our lips. So Isaiah's advice, if you will, to the people is to kind of drop all the physical things they were trying to bring to the Lord and just go to Him with their words. Um, which is very, to me, this seems a little bit like odd for advice because a lot of times we fall into the trap of just serving God with our words and our actions don't actually follow. But here, it actually points out a different danger of where our actions just honor God and our words actually don't match that. And so, yeah, they're encouraged to just go to God with themselves, with their own thoughts, with their own words of repentance. It says, we will offer the sacrifices of our lips. And that's significant because if you read the whole book or even heard like the devotional videos that we've done, they were very caught up in just bringing physical sacrifices and burnt offerings and all of these things. But here they realize they need to just offer the sacrifice of their lips, their words to God, and just offer those thoughts up to Him and let that be their repentance. So that one really stood out to me. And then it says, verse 3, we will not say anymore to the work of our hands, you are our gods. So that's a big switch because beforehand they had been really relying on their idols or their own provision for themselves. And that's something that we talked about before is like, who are you or what are you idolizing? And a lot of times it is those things that bring us satisfaction and bring us happiness, or those things that we put our worth in, where it whether it be like the money that we make, the position that we have, the friends that we have, our appearance, how we look, how big or small we are, how many friends we have, any of those things, if those bring us satisfaction, if those are things that we've worked on personally ourselves, it can be easy for those to turn into an idol. But it's a good reminder we can take an example from the Israelites to not turn those things into a god anymore. And then beautifully, God's response to their repentance is that He will heal them and He will love them and He will turn His anger away from them, which is the pattern throughout the whole Bible. When God sees our repentance, He offers mercy so abundantly and freely and quickly. And then above that, above forgiveness, God says that He will grow these people and He will make them flourish. And that's the same promise that He has for us. When we turn to Him and return to Him, remember that He is our God and He is God alone. God promises to flourish us and bless us. And it compares Him to like a tree that's growing, that its roots are deep, that it's flourishing. Um, God is going to rain on this tree, He's going to provide what it needs. Um, yeah, and then the end of the chapter stood out to me. Verse 8 says, Ephraim shall say, what have I to do any more with idols? And then God says to them, your fruit is found in me. So it's a cool realization when each of us can come to that place and think, yeah, I don't need these worldly things. Like, what have I to do with them? They're not feeding me, they're not sustaining me, they're not actually saving me or doing anything positive for me. So I hope that it can be like our words to say, what have I to do anymore with these idols, with these worldly things? And then to turn to God and listen when He says, your fruit is only found in me. Only in God can we produce the fruit that we want. If you're struggling to do the right thing, this is a struggle in my life too. But if you're struggling to that, your fruit can only be found in God. If I'm by myself, I will continue to experience failure in my life. I can only experience success, quote unquote, or doing the right thing, or fruit, or all of these positive things that God calls us to have in our life. We can only experience them in God and abiding in Him. And then verse 9, who is wise, who is prudent? Let him understand, let him know that the ways of the Lord are right. So basically, it's the smart decision, it's the logical, common sense, wise decision for us to understand God in His ways. And I love that it says the ways of the Lord are right. It doesn't just mean that He's better than us or He um, is holy and all these things. It means that He doesn't do anything wrong. So somebody who doesn't do anything wrong makes them the most trustworthy person, right? So just ending the book in the chapter that way to point us back to God, in whom we should have all our trust because He's worthy of that, because He's proven Himself merciful and strong, and that He is our only source of anything and everything that we could need in life. So, yeah, again, last encouragements from the book of Hosea that really stood out to me and encouraged me, and I hope that it could do the same to you. So, okay, thanks for listening or watching or whatever you're doing to listen to this devotional. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.